violence or no other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Tonight at 10, a family is now calling on the public to help them with any information regarding the suspect accused of killing two sisters.
Beautiful, two beautiful young ladies. I had to get the strength today to not break down to be able to talk about them.
Wow. Two sisters killed up there in Detroit. You know, I've been told you guys that it doesn't matter. These super gremlins don't care. Women, children, anybody can get it, and nobody's off limits. And the craziest thing is there are still people who get in the comment section. There are still people who get in the comment section and say, oh, well, prison's not going to help this person. Yeah, that's not what it's for. It's the person who did it. It's to punish them. It's to punish them. Simple. The help and the rehabilitation comes later. But you need to get your punishment first. And that's apprehending this person, getting them off the street so they can't do it to somebody else, and taking away their freedom, just that like they took away these two young ladies' lives.
Dominique Parchman and Shyanna Hall were shot in early January on Niagara Street in Wayne. Police believe Dominique's live-in boyfriend, 32-year-old Christopher Greer, is the culprit. He fled the scene that night. Crime Stoppers is offering a $2,500 reward for any information on his whereabouts.
Sisters fatally shot and the killer is still out on the street. Tonight, a heartbroken family is pleading for justice. Dominique Parchman and Shyanna Hall were murdered on January 5th of this year in the city of Wayne.
Today, their family teamed up with Crime Stoppers to announce a reward in this case. But before they did that, their parents sat down with our Sandra Ali.
Uh-oh, the family linked up with Crime Stoppers. Here are all the woke hotep street dudes coming in the comments saying, man, they snitching. So they're snitching because they want justice for their family. Okay.
A family loses two daughters in a brutal act of gun violence. Now federal marshals are on the hunt for a killer.
Well, she called me, and I could hear Shyanna begging Shantanique to please don't let me die.
Carol Parchman is describing the worst day of her life. Her daughters, Dominique and Shyanna, were home at their apartment in Wayne when Dominique and her boyfriend got into a fight. Dominique.
Man, and these domestic disputes, like we continue to speak about on this channel, they're dangerous, especially when you're dealing with a super gremlin. And I continue to make this point because it's valid to this day. We have sisters out here who speak about protect black women and this, that, and third. And look, the only way that you can do that is by stop advocating for these outlandish changes in the criminal justice system to give these super gremlins more and more opportunities to do something heinous like this.
Started making calls for help, but by the time anyone could get to their apartment, it was too late.
My daughter-in-law was on the phone talking with Dominique when this happened. And she called my other daughter, Shantanique, and had her to go over to Dominique's house, and apparently Christopher had just left.
Wow. And think about that. The fact that this woman had to call another woman to go check on a violent situation between a man and a woman. Like, if that woman would have showed up and that super gremlin was still there, he would have killed her and not thought about it. I'm telling you, he would have had 3 bodies under his belt. 3 of them.
She went in and she said that Dominique was unresponsive and Shyanna was fighting for her life.
Police believe Dominique's boyfriend, Christopher Greer, shot them, then took off in Dominique's 2006 Dodge Charger.
Damn, he even took her car, man. He even took her car. We know the tropes and the memes of these super gremlins, you know, taking a baby mama's car and whipping around and smashing other chicks. I mean, this is the type of dude that he is. A hobosexual. That's what we call him, a hobosexual.
That he later abandoned.
Shantanique was saying, Mom, Dominique is not moving, and I think she's deceased.
It's the worst moment of your life.
Yes, yes. It feels like somebody cut out some of your heart, put it back in your chest, and told you to try to live.
Lord have mercy. So, you know, prayers for this woman, prayers for this mother. It's sickening how we continue to see stories like this. It doesn't stop. I got so much more coming for you guys. You can't even fathom. You can't even make the, you couldn't even fathom the type of stories that I'm going to bring to you that are happening, coming straight out of the Communitah. And this is everywhere. Every major city where we at, this is going down. So, I mean, something's got to give. Something's got to give, because and I want to say this, the main issue that we have in the Communitah is that, yes, we have super gremlins on demon time, but then, you know, I'm not going to say it's a bigger issue because they're not actively physically inflicting harm and damage on people. But then we have the detractors who are in the comment section of these videos. And if you know, haven't seen them, just search long enough, you will find some, where they say that if you're reporting on this information, and if you're spreading awareness on this information, you're a sellout, you're this, you're that. They're going to call you names. But these are the same people who are enabling these super gremlins on demon time.
Dominique and Shyanna were found with multiple gunshot wounds. They both died at Oakwood Hospital in Dearborn. There's been a warrant out for Greer, and the feds have been looking for him for the last 2 months.
I'm beyond.
Can't find him for 2 months. Who do we thank for that? Thank you, Communitah. Thank you, no snitch policy. Thank you for the street code. That's who you thank for that. That's who you thank.
I'm angry. Just find him. Somebody know where he at. Whoever helping him, turn him in. Or hell, turn your own self in. You know what you did.
The reward.
Like I said, asking a super gremlin to turn himself in is like asking a dog not to piss in the yard.
In this case is now up to $5,000 for any information leading to an arrest. Back to you.
All right, Sandra, and important to point out here, all tips to Crime Stoppers will be kept anonymous.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And friends gathering tonight in Wayne to remember the lives of 2 sisters who were shot and killed inside their apartment last week.
Oh, wow, that's new. I mean, they're doing balloon releases with mini hot air balloons. That's I don't know if it's more eco-friendly. I'm pretty sure that it's still not a better ecological alternative, but they're getting creative with these balloon releases. You know, I was saying I was tired of these balloon releases and they were kind of becoming monotonous, but now we're seeing that instead of helium-filled balloons, we got hot air balloons. So, you know, creativity.
Victor Williams is live in Wayne with a message they are sending to the suspected killer who remains on the run tonight, Victor.
Yes, Kimberly and Jason, this family just wants this man to turn himself in. We're told that this was all originally an argument that turned into a double homicide. 2 victims, but 1 family that's now been shaken to its very core.
They were very loving, kind young ladies, loved many friends. They great personalities, never hurt anyone.
A family continues to mourn after an apparent case of domestic violence robs 2 sisters from their loved ones, especially their mother, Carol.
This is all family and friends.
And let me ask you this, why in these domestic violence cases it always ends in these super gremlins killing the woman? Like, what is it? This is, I don't even know what to call this, because, you know, in the in the manosphere they would call this I don't know if they would call this red pill rage or blue pill rage. I don't even know, because the message overall, it's skewed and it's distorted, and there's a lot of overlap, so we don't even know how to identify the I guess the mentality or the thought process behind why this guy did what he did. But over here, we know exactly how to qualify it. Okay? We know exactly how to categorize it. Over here, we simply call it a super gremlin on demon time.
He took something from us that we'll never get back. He left a lot of hurt people.
30-year-old Dominique Parchman and her 18-year-old sister Shyanna Hall were believed to have been shot multiple times at the hands of Dominique's lover, 32-year-old Christopher Lewis Greer.
And just looking at his face, doesn't look like much of a lover.
Lewis Greer. The incident happening back on January 5th around 9 p.m. at an apartment complex on Niagara Street in Wayne has been rough on Aunt Brenda Walters.
We need answers. We need to know why. Like, what was the cause of this? We shouldn't be standing out here doing this. We shouldn't be.
Thank God that they're playing gospel music at the memorial and not hip hop music, man. Shout out to this family. You could tell that there was a lot of love in this family, man.
Hurting.
After the fatal shots were fired, Christopher allegedly took off in Dominique's Charger while she died at the scene. Her sister Shyanna later died at the hospital.
For him to do this, like he had the right to take their lives, he did.
Christopher and Dominique are said to have been dating for years now, but family members never saw anything out of the ordinary. Either way, the father of the 2 girls just wants justice as soon as possible.
He killed my babies, and I want them. I want them. So find them, please.
And to make matters worse, Dominique leaves behind a 12-year-old daughter of her own. Christopher is believed to be armed and dangerous with a 9mm handgun. U.S. Marshals are now offering a reward for any information leading to his whereabouts. You can always call this number. That's a 24/7 hotline at 313-202-5458. Reporting live in Wayne tonight, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Hopefully somebody knows something and will speak up, or he will come forward. Victor, thanks.
We begin tonight with the search for a killer who left 2 sisters dead and a family broken-hearted. Good evening and welcome to 7 Action News at 11. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Dave Llewellyn. Armed and dangerous, that is what U.S. Marshals are calling suspect Christopher Greer. They say he's wanted for the murders back in January.
The sisters were killed.
Damn. Wanted for the murders in January, still ain't been found. And this is an update story because I've done this story before. But notice, and I want you guys to pay attention, how the Communitah allows murderers, guys who have committed murders, who have killed women, to continue to just move around and, you know, be present in the Communitah. Somebody knows where he is. Somebody knows what he's done and where he is. But because of the street code, you can't say anything. Because of the street code, these 2 young ladies haven't received the justice that they deserve. The family hasn't received the justice that they deserve. But as a brother, as Black Gen Z mindset, if I call this out, I'm the sellout. Oh, okay, I get it.
Killed on Niagara Street in Wayne. Now there is a reward for anyone with information.
7 Action News reporter Nana Sanchez-Bonsu is outside the Wayne Police Department with a message from the victim's family.
Tonight, the family of 2 sisters killed in Wayne are asking the community to speak up and help turn in the man that took their loved ones away from them.
They was not yours to take.
30-year-old Dominique Parchman and her younger sister, 18-year-old Shyanna Hall.
It's just weird without them. No, it's hurting to know that I got to go on with 2 sisters gone because we had a lot planned.
Dejanique Parchman was looking forward to a sister's trip that will no longer happen after their lives were cut short on January 5th. Wayne police responded to shots fired at an apartment complex here on Niagara Street off of Michigan. Their Aunt Brenda Walters got a phone call about the shooting and rushed to the home.
By the time I made it over there, it's too late.
She tells us her niece Dominique Parchman died on the scene and Shyanna was rushed to a hospital where she later died.
And the fact that this woman had to pull up, she had to pull up and find her sister's deceased. It's insane.
But before passing, Shyanna gave investigators a name.
It's her dying declaration. She named and told the police officers who the killer was.
32-year-old Christopher Greer. Deputy U.S. Marshal Aaron Garcia tells us Greer was in a relationship with Dominique for several years.
This coward's wanted for killing 2 females, 2 innocent females.
So you killed 2 black women, and the Communitah is zip, mum's the word. Lock it up, throw away the key. Nobody say nothing. Be quiet now. We can't give this this young king up to massa. That's the mentality.
Over an argument.
There is now a $5,000 reward for anyone who knows where Greer.
$5,000 for the lives of 2 women. And just think about this. If this guy gets bonded out, I mean, if he gets arrested, he could potentially bond out of this for the same amount of reward money that they're presenting to have him captured. Think about that. Maybe not exactly $5,000. They'll probably give him a higher bail, but I mean, he could bond out on a double homicide. It's not far-fetched. We've seen it before.
Garcia believes someone is helping him hide.
Of course someone is helping him hide. It's the Communitah. I told you guys. I mean, no snitch policy is in full effect. You're not finding him.
You arrest him, there will be charges coming down on anybody that assisted him or harbored him or aided him during his arrest.
Walters has a message for Greer if he's watching.
You see we hurting. Turn yourself in.
Oh, he doesn't care about that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He doesn't feel any remorse for this. I told you guys, these super gremlins on Demon Time do not feel any remorse for the actions that they do. He's probably smoking on a pack right now, and guess who he dedicated that pack to?
And has a promise to her nieces.
We gonna bring justice to y'all. If it take every last breath in me, he's going to get caught.
Anyone with information on this case is asked to call the 24-hour tip line. That number is on your screen, or you can leave an anonymous tip on the U.S. Marshal tip app. I'm Nana Sanchez-Bonsu for 7 Action News.
They were not yours to take away.
Next week, Carol Parchman will bury both of her daughters.
I've sympathized with many moms on TV, but to be in their place is, I understand. I really do, and it is terrible. This is the worst pain ever.
And days before, Carol buried her own mother. 30-year-old Dominique Parchman and 18-year-old Shyanna Hall, a senior in high school, were shot and killed inside their apartment in Wayne last Wednesday night.
Both of them were so vibrant and full of life. They loved each other.
Before she died, Shyanna was able to tell Wayne police who their killer is. She said it's Dominique's live-in boyfriend, 32-year-old Christopher Greer, who she dated for 5 years.
At first it was good. I mean, he came around, he was invited to dinners, and he spent holidays with us and everything.
And that's the crazy part, man. And I know a lot of people like to use this terminology for women, especially in the manosphere, when it comes to chameleons and whatnot. Nah. These super gremlins are next level chameleons. They gonna act like it's cool. They gonna make you laugh. They gonna be shooting the ish with you. You gonna be going back and forth. 5 years later, they kill both of your daughters. These super gremlins, or better yet, these super chameleon gremlins, are on demon time.
And I never would have thought this would have happened.
Mom Carol says Greer has been physically abusive for months, and Dominique was in the process of trying to evict him when she was killed.
I want to know why. You sat in our house. You ate with us. You know us.
Their candlelight vigil canceled, grieving at a standstill until Greer is caught. Carol and her 2 surviving daughters in unimaginable pain.
Now the 2 that's here, they're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do without them. I don't know what I'm gonna do without them. These are pieces of me that are gone.
Christopher Greer apparently ditched his getaway car in Ypsilanti and is still.
And the getaway car was his girlfriend's car, not his.
On the run. The U.S. Marshals are offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to his capture. Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Tomorrow marks 1 month since 2 sisters, Dominique Parchman and Shyanna Hall, were shot to death in the city of Wayne. Investigators believe Christopher Greer, who at one point dated Dominique, is the shooter, and U.S. Marshals are offering a reward of up to $5,000 in the case. Our Megan Woods joins us live, and Megan, it sounds like they are working around the clock to find this man.
That's right. They tell me they are determined to find him. And it's here in big, bold letters, wanted by U.S. Marshals. This is Christopher Lewis Greer. Again, he's 5'9", and his car was found in Ypsilanti Township. And take a good look at his picture, not just to help out these U.S. Marshals, but to help this family.
It's messed up because he's still walking around and my sister's not.
There's 2 innocent female victims who are dead, shot to death. This case is not going away.
Isn't that perplexing, Detective Garcias? That you have 2 innocent women who were killed by this super gremlin on demon time, and you can't get any help from the Communitah. I'm talking about none. Not a tip, not an anonymous tip. Not a letter, not a note. I mean, when are we going to say enough is enough? When are we going to say, you know what? The street code's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb. It kind of negatively, not kind of, but it negatively affects the quality of life in the Communitah.
The pain of losing 2 sisters isn't going away either.
A bond broken that wasn't supposed to be so soon.
Waiting for Christopher Greer to be arrested makes grieving their sisters even heavier.
I just want to know what was his purpose and what was his reason of doing it. What did he get out of it?
You know what he got out of it? The satisfaction that he could claim that he was a killer. You have plenty of these dudes. I'm a killer. I'm this, I'm that. Like, in the Communitah, we have these super gremlins who try and prove that they're hard. And killing 2 women doesn't make you hard, but to the Communitah, it does. No, seriously, it really does. Look at King Von. He had killed a woman. Killed 12 people. Everybody chanting his songs and still saying that he was a great rapper and this and the third. This nigga was a piece of shit.
Exactly. How do we make him feel every day?
How do you sleep at night knowing that you took the lives of 2 innocent people?
Yeah, because it get harder on us every day. It don't get no easier. Like everybody say it take it day by day, but every day it gets harder.
Their oldest sister, Dominique Parchman, died on scene, but their baby sister, Shyanna Hall, who was only 18, died at the hospital. U.S. Marshals say before she passed, Shyanna told Wayne police Christopher Greer was the shooter.
Christopher Greer is as far as I'm concerned, somebody who does this kind of act as a coward. He could surrender, he could come in, or he could give us a call and we can meet up with him. If not, we're going to find him.
And let me say this too. If he was found and he put up some type of resistance and say the police had to rough him up a bit, the Communitah would be outside protesting. Why y'all always doing this to our kings? Why y'all never had this same energy for a glider? Dylan Roof got Burger King when he was arrested. I'm telling you this because I've done enough of these stories to know. But guess who they're not protesting for? Guess who don't get any protests? These 2 deceased, lovely sisters here, man.
They say they know that people are helping Christopher Greer, and they say those people could eventually face charges themselves. So if you have any information on where he is, you're asked to contact
He probably had another girlfriend.
24-hour hotline. That number is on your screen, and we'll also have that on clickondetroit.com. And again, there's a $5,000 reward, so they want people to speak up so they can find him. I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
Okay, Megan, thank you.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.